Hey, the bird flu, it's sending egg prices soaring. But don't let expensive eggs get you down. When eggs are off the table, turn to a few pantry staples for an easy substitute. Consumer education Teresa Hunsaker has 15 ingredients you can use instead of eggs. Thank you for being here. Bless you.
Yeah, you bet.
I'm like, we were just talking. We said we love baking, we love cooking, but these eggs.
It's so scary right now.
It's so scary.
Frustrating.
You've got 15 substitutes.
Yes. The main thing that we want to look to eggs for is the fact that they will leaven, so lift. So we're going to look at some substitutions here that will do that. They also bind, and so we want to look at, like in a meatloaf, we want that meat bound together. They also add moisture. They add a degree of texture to give a nice, smooth, and you know. So there's just lots of things that we look to the egg for. So these substitutes will help fill in some of that. But I will tell you, only up to a couple of eggs in a recipe, and not every substitution is great for everything, like a custard to thicken, like an egg would normally do. But we'll get there.
We'll get there. You tell us.
So let's start with the leavening. One of the things that leavening does is add those gas bubbles into the structure and lift that food. So additional baking powder mixed with some vinegar or water, some soda. I love this one right here. This is my go-to: oil, baking powder, and water. And we'll get the recipes out there on the website. But so many things, even sparkling water. You've seen those like dump cakes where they just use a 7-Up can of 7-Up.
We do it when we're camping.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So then we also want things that will add some smoothness and texture, and we can go to buttermilk, we can go to a nice yogurt, plain yogurt. Even the silken tofu and even an avocado will give you a nice texture. Yes.
I've never thought of that.
So these blueberry lemon muffins are made with I know, right?
Don't tempt me, Teresa.
Buttermilk and yogurt, and they work great.
Yes.
So again, we want eggs for certain things. We also want eggs to give us some density to a product, and so sometimes you'll see a recipe for a substitution that uses cornstarch or arrowroot. And you just make a slurry with water and about a tablespoon of cornstarch or arrowroot. Most of these things we're looking at about 1/3 of a cup to 1/4 of a cup of our total ingredients, and that's all we add per egg. You know, that's going to be about 1 egg equivalent. Again, we'll have the recipe
on the website.
Yep. Another thing that works great for some things, but not all, because I wouldn't put applesauce in a cookie, especially if I want a nice crunch to my chocolate chip cookie or whatever. But applesauce works great in muffins, in pancakes, in quick breads, you know, all of those kinds of things to substitute, especially if I mix it with something like a mayonnaise, a little bit of extra fat, or some baking powder. All right, this is one of my favorites because it's just so goopy, and that's chia seeds. And a lot of people have used chia seeds, but what's it going to give? Crunch and color specks, right? So great for binding and that kind of thing. The same with flaxseed. We've got garbanzo beans, which the liquid around those chickpeas is called aquafaba, and that's what I used in the cookies, and it works great. Bananas, Teresa. Mayonnaise, and then an egg substitute.
We're out of time, but we're going to put all this on our website along with all of the other measurements and things like that. Teresa, thank you so much. You've saved us. You've saved us with baking.
Well, I hope.
Yes. Thank you so much.